Something very huge about PlayStation has just been revealed by the Sony Senior Vice President. It turns out it's not going to be long before they are going to be taking things in probably about the same direction as Xbox has in terms of less hardware, more multi-platform, right? We've kind of seen that strategy from Xbox a lot in the past year or two now. It actually looks like that is just on the horizon for PlayStation. Now, this has actually been a strong rumor as of very, very recent. In fact, just 11 days ago, I made a video on how it came out that there was a new job listing at Sony that essentially was a gigantic not red flag, I guess green flag, or depending on how you look at it, pointing in the direction that PlayStation was very soon going to be going in the multi-platform direction. All signs were pointing to that, but now we have actually heard from the horse's mouth, so to speak, that this is their strategy. Now, it looks like this was from a conference, it looks like back in June, or at least that's what I was able to make out from the start of this video. It's very possible that this video was kind of withheld until now, but you can see here the whole 46-minute video is just kind of a conference call type of thing from these four executives. Now, it is 46 minutes long, and it's all in Japanese, and I didn't have time to learn the entire Japanese language because unfortunately there is not an auto translator on this video player, but we do have a post on X just today that kind of summarized the big part here. This is from Genki, I think. I know I've mentioned them before, still don't know how to say it, but they say that the Sony Senior Vice President Sadahiko Hayakawa says that they are gradually shifting their gaming business from a hardware-centric business model to a community and engagement-based platform business model. And the direct quote is essentially basically just that. So the direct quote was, "In the gaming business, we are moving away from a hardware-centric business model more to a platform business that expands the community and increases engagement." Now, this very obviously would mean that they're wanting to focus less on the hardware of PlayStation. You know, everyone's got to go out and buy a PlayStation to get their games, and more about expanding the community and increasing engagement. Very obviously, that would mean that they want to increase the way that people play their games, and obviously that would mean going multi-platform. Not making it so that the Sly Cooper game or the Jack and Dexter or Uncharted or whatever is only on one box, but rather you can play it on several boxes. Now, the Senior Vice President did talk about some other things too. It looks like actually 60% of the whole company of Sony is made up of games, music, and pictures. So he didn't just talk about games, he talked about TVs and cameras. But with that, the main thing that he said is that he wants to create. He doesn't want to basically close things off and gatekeep. And to do that, of course, that would be going multi-platform. Now, they do link the source right there. That is the video that I showed earlier, and I have linked that in the description. If anybody actually does speak Japanese, please go ahead and watch it and let me know what you see. But these do seem to be the main highlights. And yes, this is, I would say, quite a big highlight. We're finally hearing it, maybe not in actual terms. Hey, we're gonna, have day one releases on Xbox and PC for our first-party games. Maybe we're not hearing that in black and white, but really, besides that, we are hearing that Sony wants to create a gaming community that is much larger in their numbers, and very obviously, that would mean that they are wanting to push their games out well past just the PlayStation.